Here's another one, guys. It'll dissipate and disappear real quick here, and then it'll end up being another one. Well, there was some guy out that was saying that he was going to try to block the sun, I think. Well, maybe this is how they're doing it. I don't know. Anything's possible, I reckon. But maybe this is how it's happening. I don't know for sure. But I know that that is a dark cloud. And there was one over there earlier that made its way to like right about there. And then it's gone. So let's see what happens with this one. You see it now. And there's no more in the sky. That could be, possibly. They already started with the airplane, the flyers, so that's what I call them. They're the ones that bring the chemicals, and then they fly over and disseminate whatever chemical it is that's got to go in it. It's for the crops. They make it rain for the crops. I mean, they started doing this back in for Vietnam to give our boys the benefit. It was called Operation Popeye then, I think, or Operation Sirius. I can't remember. But it's publicized. It's finally come out that that's what they do. Now they do it for the crops, seeding for the crops to cause it to rain. They have to disseminate a specific thing into something to create the water particles or whatever. I'm not a science person. I'm more about and been in the study of constitutional law and our liberties and freedoms since 1982. Although I'm just recently devoting my life to it. I'm a senior citizen, and I've just been recently devoting my life to it in the way only because of my circumstance I find myself in. I had never before, I had always gone along with the flow, and only because I was unaware of my rights and what they were, until a specific senator kind of clued me in. And so I'm grateful for that. And he put forth House Bill 1778, which is, they don't want it to pass, obviously, because they'll lose a lot of revenue, especially in the state of the senator that it was in. But we all get to enjoy what's called reciprocity, which is if it's constitutional, which it is, we have a right to travel freely and unencumbered. We don't get our rights from government. We get our rights from God Almighty, And this sovereign citizen crap, that's an oxymoron. Anyway, I'm not sovereign anything. I'm just a woman that God created in his likeness and image, as he did all of us. And I'm going to enjoy the benefits of the land because he gave us dominion over it. And then we allowed government to step in to try to keep our resources of the land for us. So we're the ones that are supposed to benefit, y'all. We, the people, we're the ones that are supposed to benefit. And instead, we're the ones that are being harmed. Now, I'm only speaking right now because there's a gentleman out here in the state of Oklahoma who I may not believe in everything that he says, but he's pretty spot on and right to the point about everything. And I may not necessarily agree with all of the way he says certain things, but he is spot on everything. And I like him. And there goes some birds flying. I got some birds in flight, 3 of them. Oh, there's some more. So I'm grateful for everything I have. I only have what the Lord's given me, and the Lord has given me this property, and now the city is trying to steal the property. They started off with saying that they were going to take my private automobile, which I know they can't do that. So I gave the mayor the laws, stare decisis laws, went over to the church that he attends and gave him that, and they left me alone. And now they decided that they were going to try to get me out of their town by coming after me for the land. I look different. They made it very clear that I don't fit in. They don't want the inhabitants being aware of what their rights are. They just want to kind of lead them by, a ring in the nostril, I believe, is what I'm experiencing based on the stories or, I'm not going to call them stories because they're not really stories. They're more like the trials and tribulations of the individuals of what they're going through here in the city. One lady for 7 years, now they're starting in on, but I'll have to let her tell her story. It's it's very troubling to me, because right now they've put in motion to evict me off of my private property, which all my taxes are paid, and I owe no man. I paid cash for the land and the property, and eviction under their guise of Oklahoma statutes, which is the lowest law there is on the totem pole. Oklahoma statutes clearly, what's that brown spot there? That's odd. Oklahoma statutes, what is that? What is that brown spot there? Oklahoma statutes clearly specifies that they cannot do what they're doing. They have no standing at all. It's not a rental unit. I've never rented it. There's no landlord-tenancy. Under Blacklaw's dictionary ownership, I am the owner of this property and land of 10,500 square feet here on this corner lot that apparently they've been trying to get for some time, along with the other 2 properties up the road there on this side. That one over there on the side of here is a rental property. The lady sold it knowing that what their intentions were. They can't get the property next door to the rental unit because it's owned by Indian Tribal, and it was built by them as well. But they're moving on with their plans with the next door, I believe, and they've kind of done me dirty, because the lady in the courthouse deliberately, I believe, made me late. When she made that phone call, I believed her phone call was to call the court and let them know, she's down here. I was supposed to stamp 3 documents, and I pushed them back to her. So she's down here making sure that they get stamped so they get before the judge. That didn't happen. I'm talking real fast, you guys, because I'm trying to keep this short. It's already at getting close to 7 minutes. I'm kind of wanting to keep it pretty short to kind of give you a heads up on pretty much what's taking place here in this little town of Dewey, Oklahoma. I'm hopeful that somebody by the name of Brian and a few other individuals are going to pick this up and come help, and including the gentleman Ron Durbin, who has turned the court system to let people know that it's corrupt as all get out, and it's not working to our advantage, of our favor. It's just working for a revenue generate stream. And they disbarred him, and I know I can share all this because this is all, he does it, and it's it's knowledge, and he put it out there. So I'm sharing it, and I'm hoping that Ron Durbin could come to the aid and overturn this corruption that's going on here. When somebody can give somebody a citation for illegal dumping on their own porch by their child and charge them a $350 ticket, and I believe that was the story, I'll have to check my facts, that she shared, that they suspended her traveling permit to be able to be on the road freely to get her family from one destination to another, and she possessed everything that they believe she's supposed to have, which I know by fact that we don't need to have it. We have a right to travel freely and encumbered. And I had always, like I said, paid the, I can call it, the donation fee to the local municipality, because I'm from California. And in California, you have to get what's called a recommended smog check. And so I used to do that. Then my tags went dormant, and I landed up here in this state with them coming on my land and threatening that if I didn't tag Oklahoma, or it wasn't even threatening if I didn't tag Oklahoma, they just said that if there's no tags on it, period, or tag Oklahoma, that they were going to tow my property. They didn't even say it in those exact words. All that was said is, I believe that my car belonging to me that I own could not be on my own private land that I in fact do own. So now we're at 9 minutes and 17 seconds. Like I said, I've paid all of the taxes. They won't let me pay 2025. They're holding me here, not holding me because I've done nothing wrong, but I've been trying to travel out of here and not successfully. They are always finding something new to try to throw at me and make it stick. Well, they had a gentleman come and throw something on the grass, took 5 steps on my land, let a paper drop from his hand onto a piece of plastic. I don't know, this might be I don't know who this is, but let a paper, I'm going to get it, let a paper drop on my land. Okay? And that was supposed to be some kind of a guest service. But I know for fact, based on counsel that I've spoken with, that that's not considered a proper service. And then the individual came back the next day to lie on a document where, he did come back the next day, but the reason why I know he lied on a document, because he did not leave anything the next day. So we're talking about the 21st of July when he let those documents fall on my land, on the plastic. And then we're talking about the 22nd of July when he stamped something saying that he brought an 8-page something or other, certified, notified, or whatever. I think that's what the paper reads in the court case file. And if you want to check that court case file is the year 2025-304, I believe. I'm sharing a lot of information with you guys because I believe we have to come together and we have to root out this corruption. There is a city council meeting tomorrow, September 2nd. And I know that only because the woman that he has been harassed over the past 7 years here in this city, I'll let her share her story. It's cruel. This is cruel and unusual punishment. The woman had a baby. She had twins. One of her babies died. Well, it's just a long thing, and I can share it because I have her permission, and it's freedom of speech, and I'm disseminating the news to you. These individuals here in this city need help. A lot of them don't mind being controlled and governed. You know, when they made the statute saying that, or not statute, ordinance saying that kids couldn't play shooting their basketballs, like they have the basketball courts up, that the kids couldn't, be out here in front of the properties playing at all, that they would be fined or the parents would be in trouble or go to jail. I don't remember the exact thing. People were okay with that. People are totally okay with the things that they put in place in city ordinance. I can send you guys to a thing where a chief of police, and I think it was in Florida, where he talks about something about, now we can't do that because that will be illegal, in regards to panhandling. But he circumvented it in another way. Anyway, it's not mine. I'm kind of jumping around because I really want you guys to know as much as you can in these short little things that I am going to place. We're almost at 13 minutes. Today is September 1st, 2025. It is the Labor Day weekend, and the time right now is 6:05, and the sun is right there. And as you notice, the black cloud is kind of still there. I don't know where the brown went away or what have you. It's still there. It's pushing it back. I don't know where it'll be, but I know the other one that was kind of there has disappeared. This one may disappear as well. It may appear to become a blue one, blue sky. I don't know. I just know that they do a lot of cloud seeding here, and however they do it, they do it. I just wish that would be used to the benefit of the inhabitants, like when towns, catch fire and they need water. I wish that's when it would be used. Now this one's got a little bit of gray in it, in white billowy, and that'll probably dissipate and disappear into blue, but I don't know for sure. I can only go based on what I've been experiencing and seeing since I've been here, and what they did in the winter time. The snow didn't even feel like snow in my hands anymore. It kind of felt like hard to describe, actually. I can't really, and never could really describe the feeling and texture of it. It just didn't feel like real snow to me at all. So that has something to do with it. Okay, so we got more, and so I'm sure there's going to be another flyer coming by, which is an airplane. I can't hear one in the distance yet, but then they'll travel through and they'll put whatever they need to be able to do what they need to do for their crops to allow it to rain, to moisten the soil for the crops. And I'm all for that. Just I wish they would stop right now so that I can pack up my automobile and get the heck out of this corrupt town and stop them from doing what they're trying to do unlawfully, illegally, based on a Oklahoma statute clearly says that they have no standing to try to evict me in any way, shape, or form. And eviction, they have no standing because they have no claim to my land or property, but they did do something and kept it secret and placed I think a silent lien or something on my land. Then they sent me a letter saying that if I didn't pay $516.69, I believe it was, by the 19th of August, that they were going to put an ad in the paper and list my property for sale. Now, I don't believe they can do that. I would have to sell my property in order for that to take place. And they can't force somebody out of their home, and they surely have no jurisdiction over me, because this is not commercial property or rental. There is no landlord-renter relations, and eviction is solely for that. I ended up paying what I call the extortion fee, that I didn't know who they even were when the land was dug up. I ended up placing an ad in the paper. I think it was July 19th that I placed the ad, and I believe the date that they tore up the property without my consent, knowledge, even after the previous owner told them that he didn't own the property when they came to his property. He said, you'll have to get a hold of the new owner. They never did. They never put anything on the property that I was coming, and, getting rides over here regularly from an individual coming. I think August 4th, I came over here and found something posted on the door. That individual, I guess, is pretty good friends with the chief of police and a lot of other police officers. So I don't know how deep and far the corruption goes, or who's getting a piece of the pie, whether it's some of the citizens or, that are in, I'll say, cahoots, in my belief, with certain things to make certain things happen and for people to lose their properties. There's several individuals that have shared their story with me. One particular individual shared a story with me, and it's tormenting me, the story. So I had to share it with a friend of mine, and then she said, I wish you wouldn't have shared that with me. Well, I couldn't keep it to myself anymore. But now I'm okay with it. Is that Shalene? No. So I'm okay with it at this point, because I know the Lord's going to allow me to see this individual again, and I'll know that he's safe. I prayed with him and rebuked that evil spirit in the name of Jesus, that prayed with him, and just, so that those fiery darts of the enemy wouldn't come to pass in regards to his thoughts. So thank you for listening. I'm going to close this because I'm going to close under 20 minutes, and right now we're at 17:42. So I want to thank you all for listening. Over here is a donut shop, y'all, that they treated me really horribly over here, this donut shop. Yeah, because I look different. They believed I was a Muslim in the beginning when I first got here. Boy, was I ever treated so different. So far from the truth of me being a Christ follower and just trying to do what's right, share the word, be loving to my neighbors, and not to harm any man. Kind of the same way this individual, I believe his channel, well, I don't even know if I should share his channel, because then they'll come after him and start causing him harm. But he goes on there and does his own thing, so I don't think any harm will come to him based on anything I may share. So if y'all want to go check out, here's the deal. You can check him out, and you can listen to what he has to share. He's here in Oklahoma, and like I said, I've been listening to him since I think 2024. I'm not exactly sure when I started listening to him, but he's trying to assist the people in the best way they can in waking up. Wake up, people. Wake up. Today it's me, tomorrow it's you, and just let's all come together collectively. No one needs to be hurt anymore. No money needs to be generated and taken from people so that they're struggling in their life, causing them to be homeless, where they no longer want to live. And that's not my story. That's a particular individual's story that shared with me. That's the one that I told you that I prayed that he would allow that enemy to leave. Haven't seen him since, but the individual's got some, not health issues, but something going on that doesn't allow him to, get out as much and go where he's got to go, because he's got to walk everywhere. So I'm hopeful that I'll see that individual again that stopped right here in front of the property where he and I spoke, and I prayed with him and for him, that he would be well, and I'm praying that he is. And I'm praying that he would come by again so I know that he is. Okay, so y'all, I wanted to keep it under 20. I'm at 20, almost 2015. I'm going to close. Today's September 1st, 2025. I'm going to submit this because I think it's important. It's important that you guys hear. Oh, look at the squirrels going up and down the tree, guys. They're running around the tree. You see them? There they go. Running around they go. Playing ring around the tree. That tree has given me such joy. It has brought me, it's a pecan. No. Yeah, pecan tree. It has brought me such amazing fruit off of it. The nuts are delicious. And I'm grateful that that tree exists because I put it on my oatmeal in the morning. Are you watching them, you guys? It might go a little bit longer now, but there's the squirrels going around the tree at 21:11 is the chime on the thing. So let me close. I think that's enough for now. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful, safe, glorious Monday. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe. I need 15 more subscribers, and I think some of you guys know why. Let's hold them accountable. There is a city council meeting in the city of Dewey, Oklahoma. I believe it's tomorrow the 2nd, I was told. A particular individual, I guess, wants to speak and let them know, because apparently they were given or almost given a $350 ticket. I'm not sure the exact story of it, but maybe you guys will find out at the meeting. Thank you so much for listening, and please like, subscribe, and share. I need 15 more subscribers. Please help me get to 15, because they're planning on coming and forcefully doing something that they have no, I don't want to call it a right. They have no standing. They have no standing to try to be doing what they're going to try to do. The document, the lady at the courthouse, I told you she got me there late. The lady at the courthouse got me there late. This lady used to attend all of the meetings. And apparently, someone she knows works at the courthouse, or her son or something. But anyway, and I'm going to share it. You know, she's a nice lady, but she made a statement, and I'm like, what do you mean? You can't believe they allowed me this long to stay on my property. Well, I don't know if I said that to her. I think I told it to someone that attends church with her. But anyway, that's not important. Neither is it here nor there. What's important is this story get out, it be told, and that flag, if people want to burn it, they can burn it. It's their right. They shouldn't, but they have the right to if they want to. It's only a piece of fabric, and if they bought it, they have the right to do whatever the hell they want with it. Now, if it's on a school or a property or something like that, and they go up there and they burn it at the post office, something like, then that's where I can see the trouble should start, or the, I don't want to call it trouble, the, not repercussion either, the slap of the hand should start, you know, because they damaged somebody's property. And even though it's public property, they didn't own the flag to do what they do or did, if that's the case. But let's be real here, everybody. Freedom, we need to fight for it. It's already been fought for. A lot have died for it. And I get my rights from God Almighty. And I believe that some people believe that as well. And some don't even believe in God, and that's okay too. However you choose, that's all up to you. You have a right to do whatever it is that you believe, or the way you're being led. And if you're Indian, you guys believe in the spirits, I'm okay with that too. However it is, you guys all have the right to believe how you believe. I just know we're all created equal. Doesn't matter if you're black, yellow, green, or white. We're all precious in His sight. We got to love one another, and we've got to help one another. And where tyranny is, we have to do everything we can to stop it. Okay, now you guys, we're almost at 25. I'm going to stop it at 25 because we're at 24:41, so I'm going to try to stop it where I can. Thank you so much for listening. Please share, like, and subscribe. Go on and listen to the other ones that are on the channel. And if you subscribe, I'll make sure to share the ones that are under private status for you guys. to view. It's very, very important, everything, so I can share everything. Please, Brian, James, and Ron, and any of you other that are stress testing the right to the First Amendment. And going into the courthouse, I was told they don't believe in that stuff, so I had to give up. Not give up, I disagreed with it and didn't comply. But, I mean, I did comply because it was the only way for me to get in the courthouse. I had to give up my Fourth Amendment right, liberty, and freedom to be secure in my person, place, and effect just on that day. But I didn't do it willingly. I had to do it. So it was the only way for me to get in there, to get to the courthouse for that date that the guy threw on the yard on Friday late. And Saturday they were closed, Sunday they were closed. Monday I tried to get the documents in, and they shut the door at 4:45, so I couldn't get in before 5 to have those documents stamped and into the file. So they were sent at 4:52 via email to the court clerk, and I believe that the court clerk would print them. So when I got there on Tuesday for the 26th of August, they would have been printed, already stamped, and when I walked in, they would have handed them to me, and I would have been able to give it to the judge. But I had my 5 copies to get certified, or I got them certified already, not certified, yeah, notarized. I got them notarized, the documents that needed to be notarized, brought them in on that Tuesday, the 26th. The court clerk kept me from getting to where I not needed to be. I needed to be at the courthouse physically before 9, and I was, with plenty of time to try to file those documents until she pushed them back at me, I believe, causing me to be late deliberately, to allow the city to get in there and do whatever it was. The other ones that are in private will share more about what took place, and you guys can watch it for yourself. Okay, now we're at 26:54. I'm stopping at 27. Thank you so much for listening. Go on and subscribe. And again, thank you. This is very serious. Very, very serious. Today it's me, tomorrow it could be you, your family, whatever. How do we hold these people accountable? We hold them accountable by you guys showing up to the city council, you guys subscribing so that their thing that they got a ruling on, because the lady made me late and I couldn't get in there in time. She made the phone call. I'm going on much, but the ones that are in private, you guys will be able to listen to. I will share them if you subscribe, and you guys can get more of the story. It's not a story, it's fact and it's truth. Please subscribe, y'all, because I don't want to be hurt. I'm a senior. This is my property. I own it. I paid what I call the extortion fee that I had no clue of, the silent lien that I believe the Gary Carter dude put on the property. So I may have to sue him personally in his capacity. And for my bringing to my attention from a particular individual, she said that he's being sued by several individuals under a class action lawsuit. I'm not sure about that. I'm putting that out there. It's not been verified by me yet. I just heard that it is. So I'll have to check into that and get back with you guys and let you know. Thank you so much. Please subscribe and share this with everybody you know that's able to subscribe, that has a YouTube channel. It's the only way we can all stand together and stand as one to finally put a stop to this corruption and stress testing our rights so that we're not violated every day of our life. And here's the deal. Can share way more about that because that's not my platform. I'm a very private individual, and I never wanted to do this. You know, go out there and speak openly about this until it happened to me. Today it's me, tomorrow it could be one of you. So thank you so much for listening. Go on and like, subscribe, and share with everyone so that we can all come together. This isn't about me getting any money or monetary value. It's about me sharing what's actually going on in this town of Dewey. It's not only happening to me. A little friend that I got to know so well, not well, but he'd come by here, and we would talk twice a day. He would travel past on his bike, and he shared a story with me that I'll have to share it in another one because I do want to close this. Well, to make a long story short, he's no longer in the living with us, and his name was William Ogans, and he became a friend. So this just says, William Ogans, I will miss our visits. And that's all I've done. And please like and subscribe. They were after his land too, and things happened to him that were out of the ordinary. The guy always rode his bike, never walked anywhere. Anyway, making a long story short, you guys can check into it. He was allegedly, well, you guys should check into it. His name is William Ogans, and he passed away on August 2nd. He succumbed to his injuries. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe. Please, please, please subscribe. We're at 30 minutes and 20. Good night, y'all. Be safe. Stay well. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you. 30 minutes and 28.